Hey. This is about maximum 30 seconds down the road from where I live with Ibu. This is, don't know what the name of the river is, I'll find out at some stage. But this is a winding river coming down from God knows where, up in the highlands. And there's a bridge that I go over every day when I leave, because I always like to take the back route. Going through Ubud is murder because of the traffic. It really is well busy. So when you go over this bridge, you never really think that this is right underneath it. And if you look at what you can see right now, this is just pure paradise. There's a couple of very, very luxurious sort of hotel resorts, you know, in this ravine. But you never see it because you blast over this bridge on your scooter. You know, you see these kind of sights everywhere in Bali. So you probably don't even take note of what you're seeing when you go over this bridge. But underneath, down a few steps, this is what you can see. And I see locals skinny dipping here quite a lot. All the kids come here and jump in the water, especially when there's quite a lot of rain. And this water, this sort of mellow stream that we're looking at, stream come river, this turns into quite the torrential white water torrent. It really does. And the kids jump in and out of it. It's amazing. I can't join in because I'm always the only Westerner. And when there's a bunch of naked kids having a laugh together, I don't want to show up and join in. That's, you know, well, it goes against everything, you know. Anyway, I've got to do my passport today. I've already paid the lady. There's a lady called Ibo Komang, who is the main visa passport person in the whole of Ubud. She sits in a place called Bali Buddha and holds court to all the foreigners who want their visa extensions. And it costs a little bit, 600,000 to get it done through her, and it's a little bit cheaper if you go and do it yourself, but the hassle you save by going through this lady is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And she's really, really friendly and nice and speaks, you know, awesome English. So I've given her my passport maybe a week ago, paid the money, but I still have to go into Denpasar, the main city, the capital, to give my fingerprints. That's something you have to do. Take a photo, I think, if memory serves me correct. Fingerprints and a photograph. So that's what I've got to do today. I've got to be there between 9 and 11 o'clock, and it's sunrise now, so it's about 6, I reckon. I can't look at my watch right now because I haven't got one. Look at my phone. Been up since 4 o'clock. That's just how it goes here for me. I literally get up, not at the crack of dawn, before the crack of dawn. I am up from anywhere from 3:30 to 6, but never later than that. And today I was up at 4. Feel fresh as a daisy. I mean, bear in mind, I did go to bed at sort of 8, 9 o'clock yesterday. But when I'm in Bali, I'm a super early riser and I go to bed super early. And it's awesome because time in the morning when the locals where I live, the older generation, they still use fire in the morning to heat their water and cook whatever it is that they're cooking. And I walk around a very dark family compound with these little kitchens glowing red with you know, real fire inside. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but you know, it's not a cooker. And yeah, the vibe at that time of the morning, especially in Ubud that is so busy, it's amazing. And you know, by the time Ubud is in full swing in tourist mode, I'm long gone. I'm in another part of the island, you know, making videos or doing something. So I like the way I roll here. Super early. I miss all the carnage. I'm not a fan of the busyness. Part of living on this island with Ibu that I like so much is that I'm not in London dealing with all of that traffic. And Ubud is like a tropical version of a London rush hour. No bullshit. Anyway, see you later. Not see you later. See you in a minute. I'm on the Scoopy today, which is about as effeminate a bike as I could possibly be on. It's basically a girl scooter. I do like it, but you know, let's be real. It is proper soft. To go from a GSX R1000 K7 to this is, yeah, no word of a lie. I've got zero respect for the power because there just isn't any. I'm used to 185 horsepower on a bike that weighs under 200 kilos. So yeah, these bikes are toys, but I need to keep reminding myself they will kill you though if you don't respect it. It's just a fact. Anyway, I'm off to Denpasar right now. I'm going to try and get some onboard footage, basically just to show you how busy the roads are, because the ride to Denpasar is not really, it's not picturesque, let's be honest. But yeah, the way the locals ride, it's the overtaking manoeuvres and the arsehole manoeuvres, I call them. I know it's just the local style, but yeah, you drive like that in England and there'll be road rage. Hello. There's Heidi. Anyway, off we go. I beep for the dogs. Basically, anybody that you see that might jump out in front of you, whether it be dogs, pigs, or humans, you beep. Overtaking is a beep. Passing a parked car is a beep. Anything you do, literally, is a beep. This bit's lovely. Very downhill and swooping corners. Can take this one in a bit of speed. Right, now this is I just call it the main road to Denpasar. It's probably no main road, but hopefully at this time of day, after 9 o'clock or around 9 o'clock, everyone should be at work already. So the rush hour is over, but this can be quite the busy road. Right, we're getting closer. Not quite Denpasar yet, but this is where what I call the carnage begins. Right, I'm just going to ride. I'm not going to try and sort of show off my bike skills and weave in and out and sort of, do that. I'm just going to ride nice and easy, and I'll show you what the locals do. I said I wouldn't do any arsehole manoeuvres myself. This in England would be a fight. People would be beeping, going, "What the fuck are you doing?" But out here, this is normal. Right, that geezer's riding a Harley Davidson. The turning radius on something that big, quite a long steep break. This one's for you, Jory. That's one of your bikes. Yeah, lovely bike, but I wouldn't want to ride that in Bali. Jesus Christ. You really need. I wouldn't want to ride anything other than maybe a supermoto, an off-road bike with slicks or road tyres, or a scooter. Just something nimble and something that you can throw around, because anything that really is quite heavy and it wants to be going at speed, Bali's just not made for that. The super bike here, I've seen people on, R1s, and it's usually an expat, and I just think, Jesus Christ, how on earth? Not how on earth do you do it, but how do you enjoy that? So when the light goes green, we'll all just, I say tear off, these aren't going off at any speed. But there's a lot of weaving in moments like this. Off we go. See, the thing you got to look out for, I feel anyway, as a conscientious bike rider, is I'm always looking in the mirrors, because they do things that I'm not used to people doing. So if I like this geezer on the right, well, you can't see him obviously, but I can. He's just come up on me, so if I want to swerve out of the way, I say geezer, it's a young lady. There she goes. You can't just swerve, because there might be someone who just unannounced is parallel to you, both sides. In England, we ride on the left, and that means you pass on the right, and passing on the left is a fucking no-no. And out here, you'll get past both sides at the same time, all the time, if you go slow. I mean, if I wanted to, I I could basically be the fastest bloke on the road and just be in attack mode, passing everyone. But I feel like a dick when I do that, especially as a Westerner. Because I know they look at me and just think, this is our country, you don't ride like that over here, even though they all do. But if I go, yeah, I just try and match the pace and maybe go a little bit slower, especially if I'm recording, because I think if I go at speed, the microphone, even though I've got a bit of fluff on this mic I use here, I will get a bit of wind howling. But it's fun. It is, it really is. People just cut you up all day long, and I know it's not on purpose, because no one else is getting pissed off and they're doing it to each other. And that took some real getting used to when I first started riding here. Really, it did. I felt antagonized all the time. But that's everything to do with me and nothing to do with the people and the way they ride. And I've learned. It was a hard lesson. It took a while to learn, but I have learned. Look, this full army dude here. Everything happens on a scooter. I love it. And if you're wondering why a lot of people are wearing jackets and sweatshirts, a lot of Asia don't want to be brown. You know, if it was up to me, I'd take my shirt off and be getting the full tan experience. But seeing as no local does that, you know, as much as I will never blend in, I'm trying my best to blend in. But yeah, so I would choose to have my shirt off in this sunny weather, even on a scooter. I know it's taking a bit of a risk, but you know, that's my life to risk. But the locals, a lot of them are in long sleeve t-shirts. See this girl, she's got on a short sleeve t-shirt, and then she's basically got on I'm going to pass her now. That geezer, backpack, probably a t-shirt and a jacket and gloves. I don't know how they do it. They don't want to get brown. They just don't want to get brown. So here we go. I'll pull in, out the camera and keep it off. They're not cool with filming, or put it this way, there's a lot of rules in this place. There you go. All right, see you afterwards. That would normally cost 300,000. She charged three or thereabouts. I remember it being about that much. But you have to come here 3 times on 3 separate days. They really mess you about here. I don't know if that's on purpose, but for whatever reason, it is a 3 separate visit affair. And with Ibo Kamang, it's just one. You go to Bali Buddha, see her, pay your money, and then you just have to show up for the photograph and fingerprinting. Super quick, hassle-free, bish bash bosh, done. I'm going to go now to a place called Canggu. I've never been there. In the 4 years I've been coming to Bali, I've never been to Canggu, mainly because it is a very popular tourist destination, and from what I've heard, it is hipster central, so that's going to be buff bodies and beards, lots of coffee places, and that's not really my scene for Bali, to be honest. But I haven't been there, so I can't judge. So I'm going to go there. Probably won't do much footage. If I've got negative shit to say, I'm not filming it. Anyway, let me go there and get back to you one way or the other. Cheers.